Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon. Seeking sister wife Nick Davis, potential wife Jasmine has echoism. Seeking sister wife fans think that Jasmine, the potential wife of Nick Davis, might have echoism. Either that or they believe she's giving off Grifter vibes. Read on to find out what echoism is and why TLC fans suspect something is off with her. Nick Davis family gets strange vibes from Jasmine. Nick already had 3 women in his life. In Season 4 on TLC, April and Jennifer welcomed a third person to the family, Danielle. She seemed like a good fit, and initially, Jasmine also seemed right. However, things started slip-sliding when Jasmine suggested they play a game of 3 questions in the hot tub, so they wondered if she was the right fit, after all. Nick Davis has some complications with Danielle, who was the first to resist Jasmine's entry. However, she's still quite new to polygamy. While she ended up leaving for a bit, she came back and she seemed unhappy about the next wife on the roster. Did she sense something was off with Jasmine like TLC fans do? On Reddit, a Seeking Sister Wife fan suspected that Jasmine has echoism. In the caption of their post, they wrote, "I think Jasmine has echoism. Echoism is characterized by an excessive tendency to mirror or mimic others' behaviors, mannerisms, and opinions to gain approval or to be liked, often at the expense of one's own identity and sense of purpose." During her meeting with Nick's wives, it was obvious that she was telling them what she thought they wanted to hear, but her personality and the way in which she spoke completely changed when she met Nick. She mirrored the way he speaks while with him, but sounded completely different with his wives. In the comments section, other TLC fans also picked up the way Nick Davis's new love interest seems to mirror people. Echoism, per Healthline, is a newly described condition, and it's the far end of the narcissism spectrum. They need to please people to feel valued. Mirroring behaviors can make people feel a liking for them. Seeking sister wife fans discuss Jasmine. Not everyone thinks that echoism is the right word to describe Jasmine. Some of them think that the new woman in Nick Davis' family might be a grifter. Here are some of those opinions. Mirroring is also something a con artist does. Matching his cadence and word salad was comedy gold. I said this on another post yesterday. She is mirroring them. I think she's a grifter, but not a good one. I'd also think she's a sex worker, and that's not to shade to sex workers. They're out here doing the Lord's work. I think she just does what gets her attention. Imitation is a way of flattering some people too. I think she's just being Weasley. What are your thoughts about the way Nick Davis' possible new wife mirrors the person that she is talking to? Did you notice that? Do you agree that she might have echoism, or is she giving grifter vibes? Sound off in the comments below, and come back here for all your Seeking Sister Wife news. In the realm of reality TV, few shows captivate audiences quite like Seeking Sister Wife. The show, known for its unique exploration of polygamous relationships, often introduces viewers to intriguing personalities and complex dynamics. One of the most talked about storylines in recent seasons has been that of Nick Davis and his potential new wife, Jasmine. While much has been said about the challenges and rewards of plural marriage, a deeper and perhaps less discussed aspect of this relationship is Jasmine's potential echoism. Echoism, a term coined relatively recently, describes individuals who exhibit a high degree of empathy, self-effacement, and a tendency to prioritize others' needs over their own. These individuals often find themselves in relationships where their giving nature can be both a blessing and a burden. In the context of Seeking Sister Wife, Jasmine's echoism adds a layer of complexity to her potential integration into the Davis family. From her first appearance, Jasmine's gentle demeanor and nurturing spirit were evident. She exudes a calm and accommodating presence, which initially drew Nick's attention. Nick, already navigating the intricacies of plural marriage with his existing wives, sees in Jasmine a potential partner who can harmoniously blend into their familial structure. However, the characteristics that make Jasmine appealing to Nick and his wives are also the traits that suggest echoism. Echoists, by nature, are highly sensitive to the emotions and needs of those around them. Jasmine often defers to Nick's preferences and seems eager to ensure his comfort and happiness. While this can be seen as a positive attribute in many relationships, within the context of polygamy, it raises questions about Jasmine's own needs and desires. Is she truly comfortable with the idea of sharing a husband, or is her acquiescence a reflection of her egoistic tendencies? In several episodes, Jasmine's interactions with Nick's existing wives reveal much about her character. She often plays the role of peacemaker, striving to maintain harmony and avoid conflict. This is a hallmark of echoism, the avoidance of confrontation and the desire to keep others happy, sometimes at the expense of one's own well-being. Jasmine's willingness to adapt and her constant reassurance to Nick's wives about her intentions indicate a deep-seated need to be accepted and valued. However, echoism is not without its challenges. Echoists can sometimes struggle with asserting their own needs and boundaries. In a plural marriage where the dynamics are already complex, this can lead to feelings of being overwhelmed or neglected. Jasmine's journey on seeking sister-wife thus becomes a delicate balancing act. She must navigate her natural inclination to give selflessly, while also ensuring that her voice and needs are heard. The potential pitfalls of echoism in Jasmine's situation are manifold. If not addressed, her tendency to prioritize others can lead to emotional burnout or resentment. In a relationship structure that requires open communication and mutual respect, Jasmine's echoism could either strengthen the bonds within the Davis family or become a source of tension if her needs remain unvoiced. Nick Davis, on his part, appears genuinely invested in making Jasmine feel welcome and valued. His awareness of her echoistic traits can be both a strength and a challenge. On one hand, his understanding can foster a supportive environment where Jasmine feels safe to express herself. On the other, there is a risk that her echoism might be unintentionally exploited, leading her to suppress her own desires to maintain peace and cohesion within the family. Jasmine's potential echoism also brings to light broader societal questions about the nature of relationships and the roles individuals play within them. Echoists, often celebrated for their kindness and empathy, are sometimes at risk of being overshadowed by more dominant personalities. In the microcosm of seeking sister-wife, Jasmine's experience serves as a mirror reflecting the delicate balance between selflessness and self-preservation. As the season progresses, viewers will undoubtedly be drawn to Jasmine's evolving story. Will she find her voice and assert her needs within the plural marriage? Can she strike a balance between her natural empathy and the necessity of self-care? The answers to these questions will not only determine her future with Nick Davis, but also provide a nuanced perspective on the dynamics of echoism in relationships.